Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to focus on a very common accessibility issue I have with my Canvas pages, and you might too. So I'm looking at the home page for one of my Canvas courses, and all of my courses use an almost identical layout and color scheme. And so I can say, okay, great, there's my page for CIS120 computer concepts. I've got some text and I've got some buttons and stuff like that. Fine, I think it looks awesome. However, if I see right up here at the top, I think you can just make that out. I got a little red dude. If I click on that, I'm going to see that I've got 3 issues. Only 3 issues, but my accessibility score is 27%. I'm going to click on all 3 issues, and I see insufficient contrast between foreground text and background, insufficient contrast, insufficient contrast. So all 3 of my issues, which are considered severe, deal with color contrast. That's a big deal, not just for overall for everybody, but certainly somebody with a degree of color blindness or some vision impairment would have trouble reading low contrast text. For instance, my worst candidate on here has got to be blue text on a blue background. Yeah, that's a monochromatic design scheme, which I think looks pretty nice, but probably best to avoid, especially on any of our school content pages, things like that. So I know that's a factor right there. But what it's highlighting for this first one, I've got some orange text on a light gray background. That's not good contrast either. So if I click on these, so it's telling me obviously my orange text on the gray, that's no bueno. What's the other one here? What's this one telling me about? Oh, interesting. Here's one I can't necessarily control. This is a COCC one down here. It's really tiny, but it doesn't like the hyperlink color, the blue hyperlink color on the white. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to fix that. And then last but not least is, of course, another hyperlink color. I hadn't clicked on this before I started the video. I was for sure thinking that this yellow text on the dark blue background was going to be an issue. But I think I've got just enough contrast with a bright yellow on the dark blue background that that's not the problem. And oddly enough, out of these 3, it is not even picking on the blue on blue, which seems kind of interesting to me. So I might only have one thing I can fix with this. Well, they do have these options to fix the issue, and for this one, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to click on Fix Issue. Now, this is my orange text, Course Resources. I'm going to click Fix Issue, and I can control some things right here. I can provide a new font color. Now, I'm pretty familiar with what's called hexadecimal code. These are these color codes right here. And 000000 is black. Now this background color right here is the light gray. I'm not going to mess with that. I think that's actually the default color for the gray. Now it's telling me that I can go with black, and that'll get me a contrast ratio of 19.9 to 1, which is friggin' awesome. Now let me dial this back a little bit. I know this is tiny, and if I zoom in, you'll be able to see a little bit better. So instead of 000, I'm going to just show you one. I'm going to do 555, which gives me gray. Gray, medium gray on this off-white light gray is a 7 to 1 ratio. And that's still a pass too. That's certainly better than my orange. I'll give you here's a bad one. I'll do 550. That's kind of light still. Let me change it out to CC0. This is going to be pretty light. This gold. So I've got this gold color on this gray background. That's a 1.6 to 1 ratio, and that fails. So that would not be an improvement for me to go from orange to this gold color. Although I kind of like that gold color. I'll have to remember that for the future. All right. Now, if I do something, I still want to keep it like this orange red. Now, instead of typing in a color code, will it let me do this? Orange red, type in a color name. It doesn't let me do that. So if I can't type in a color name and I don't know all of the hex codes, I can click on this and I can use this color wheel. So I can change it out to kind of a reddish color, and maybe I can darken it, make it a darker orange if I want to stay in that orange family. Let's try that. There we go. That gets me to 5.2 to 1. That's a pass. If I like this orange color, okay, rusty brown, I'm going to choose select fix. And I think it's moved on to the next thing, although it didn't fix it up here. That's kind of weird, right? Let me go back a little bit. I'm going to copy this hex code. Control C, select Control C, just in case. I'm surprised it didn't fix it right there. And I'll choose update fix again. It doesn't do anything. Now what it's done is jump to my second error, which you can't really see because it's all the way down here. It's covered up. It's those hyperlink colors. And as teachers, we don't have control over those hyperlink colors. That's just a default. And it's actually a pretty standard default across the web. So it's kind of amusing that they're not giving me a fix there. I'm going to go ahead and close out of the auto fixers. And I can see course resources has not been improved. Let me edit this page manually. So I'm just going to click the edit button up here. And obviously I can select this text, course resources, and then I can just change, so I'll change it to this rusty orange right there. And so that is a little bit darker. You have to take my word for it. In fact, there's kind of the old orange right there, and that's the new orange. So I think that might be a good contrast. So just choosing your colors from up here is probably a safe way to go. And if I click this little palette button, it gives me an option to put in my hex code, and I can paste it because I had it in there before. I don't want to double dip on the hashtag symbol. And I'll choose save. And now it's going to be that rusty orange. Now, it's not worried about my little borders or my little dots and stuff like that. Those are simply just design elements. It's the text that's the most critical. If I was still worried about my blue on blue text here, I could select that and change it out to a darker blue, which, something like a 005 is a pretty dark blue. And that'll make that darker, almost black. So that's definitely going to improve the contrast there. But the thing I don't think I can control are these hyperlinks down here. Now, obviously, you can probably tell I've done some wacky things with my Canvas homepage here that make it look different than the default homepage. So I can't remember. Maybe I have done something, but I don't think so. I think that's a standard blue. So I'm going to go into the code view, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom where these hyperlinks are. And basically, I'm looking for the hyperlink text, and you can see some right here. That's the, here, let me put some line spaces so this kind of stands out a little bit better for us. There we go. So we can see, sure enough, I do have some stuff in here that's overriding the default hyperlink colors. Good to know. Yeah, so I've got this color in here, this 007BFF, and it's creating too soft of a blue. I need a better blue. Now what I could do, this is where I could actually take away some things that I'm doing and go back to the system defaults. So for instance, I can remove this special style that I have. Text decoration none gets rid of the underlining. I'm going to get rid of that style that I have in front of my anchor tag. And I went a little bit too far. Actually, I didn't go far enough. Let me delete that quotation mark too. So I'm going to delete that. Now, I don't seem to have a title attribute, which I kind of discovered in some of my other videos, but I'm going to hold off on the title attributes for now. I'm just fixing colors. And let me go to this other one up here. If I can find it. Here it is. So there's the anchor tag, and there's the style. I'm going to go all the way to that quotation mark and delete. There we go. And I'm going to go back to display view instead of code view. And can I see these looking different? I can. They are still blue by default, but they are a darker blue and the underlines are back. So that is the default shade of blue. My blue is a little bit too light, I bet. So I've made a fix here with course resources, made a fix on these hyperlinks, and I fixed the non-problem of this blue on blue by putting a darker blue font. I'm going to go ahead and hit, and this little green thing. This is pretty promising, right? Looks like I'm going to get an accessibility score of 100%. That's awesome. And I'm just going to click save. And will it show me up here somewhere? I don't. Oh, now I got a little purple dude. Purple dude's not quite as good as a green dude, I don't think. I'm going to click on this little purple dude, and it gives me this page. I don't know what that's all about. Now it says 100%. I have noticed sometimes there can be a gap of time in between making a fix on Canvas for accessibility issues versus getting the final approval. So it's okay if you wait a day or two. Oh, now I got the little green dude there. You can wait and see if it comes back. While waiting, I'd probably just move on to another project, another accessibility project, make some fixes there, and see if this gets updated. So obviously that's my home page. Now if I go to pages and I'm going to view all pages, if you use a lot of pages in your Canvas course, you may have a lot of things to fix. So obviously my About This course is already looking good. Is my home page? My home page should be on here. Yeah, so here's my home page. It now has a little green dude, so I'm happy with that. That's the one I just fixed. But I've got other things on here that are not correct. Now, for me, some of these things like CIS120 course syllabus, I'm just going to uncheck that. I'm just going to unpublish it. I'm providing my syllabus to students in a slightly different way. I'm using a Google document that I link to. So I'm not using an embedded page for that kind of stuff. But my home page is looking good. Now I've got a bunch of other pages like these additional resources and stuff like that, and I can see some are at 100%. Others are pretty good, but they might need some fixing. But you'll notice these are also unpublished. Obviously, if the content is unpublished, I wouldn't worry about its accessibility rating because students aren't seeing that one. So even though I've got a ton of content, some is good, some is okay, some is bad, it's best to focus on what are students seeing next. And for stuff like that, I like to go to my modules area and look at the accessibility scores that I'm getting here. And so I can see, okay, this attendance activity is looking good. I can kind of mentally or physically check that off my list of things to fix. However, it looks like I need to fix this page here, info about our Microsoft Teams environment. And it looks like this page here, first 4 days checklist. But I'll tell you, I've already gone through this checklist and I think I fixed everything that needed fixing, even though I'm still getting a little red dude. So I'm going to have to go through that again, maybe look a little bit more carefully at the HTML code and see if I have something in there that's overriding what is going on. Most people are not going to have that particular issue. Sometimes I try to get a little bit too fancy with the HTML and CSS code, and it bites me in the butt. However, I'm going to let this little icon draw my eye to the things I need to fix next. Take care.